Welcome back to the Broncos studio. I am your host and team reporter, Elisa Hernandez, here with lead writer on DenverBroncos.com, Aric DiLalla, and Hall of Famer Steve Atwater. We are marking off the days before we see quarterback Bo Nix take the field once again. It was an exciting rookie season for Nix, and now the stage is set for his sophomore season. What are the keys for Nix to take that jump in year two?
Well, I think that, first of all, he has a nice comfort level with the offense, having been in it for a year. Also, I think his teammates respect him tremendously, and he's just continually diving into that playbook. We see him over here putting the time in, knowing exactly what he needs to do on different plays. If I would say anything to take his game to the next level, I would say, hey, continue to build those relationships with your teammates, because that's what's going to get you there in those clutch situations when it comes down to it. Hey, the guy's got to make a block, guys got to make a catch, and they're doing it not only for themselves, but they're doing it for you as a teammate.
Yeah, Lisa, I don't know if there's like something I look at and I'm like, man, he has to get better here. It was pretty dang good last year. I mean, let's not forget that he threw the second most touchdowns of any rookie quarterback in NFL history. Mm-hmm. This was a guy that came in, and I was a believer from the beginning, but the way that it took off so quickly, and a tough couple of first weeks there, but then the resilience to get better, and late in the year, man, he was pretty remarkable. The ability to use his legs, I thought, was really helpful. Sean Payton has talked about that a lot. He did not take a lot of sacks, which I would expect to continue. And then, just the ability to deliver the ball on time, make plays in big moments. The thing that impressed me was that there were some games where early on maybe he struggled a little bit at the Raiders, home against Indianapolis, but he responded so well. And sometimes you see quarterbacks, if they start off a game bad, they let it impact the whole game. Bo didn't let that happen. I think his teammates believe in him, believe that if they're down late in a football game, I mean, think about that Cincinnati game, right? Like, again and again, he went toe-to-toe with Joe Burrow, who's an MVP candidate.
Fighting for a playoff spot. That was not a light game. That was a game where the Bengals were throwing everything and anything at this Broncos offense.
That was a big moment, and for him to show that resilience, I thought was really impressive. This is a guy that I think could take a big leap. And listen, for as much as we've talked about the last few weeks, the weapons, the defense, the rookies, the veteran additions, like a lot of this season, in my mind, comes down to, does Bo Nix take that next step, and does he continue to have the success that he had the last 5, 6, 7 weeks of the season? And then when he gets in those big moments against, Patrick Mahomes, against Justin Herbert, whoever it is, can he go toe-to-toe with them? Because so much in this league, in the games between like the top contenders, it's, hey, you get the ball with 2 minutes left. Can you go find a way to win the football game? Bo Nix showed the ability last year to do that. I want to see him continue to do it in year two.
Yeah, and fortunately, we didn't have a ton of roster turnover. In many seasons, it happens. You get rid of some of your key players. We have most of our key guys coming back. We'll be able to go into the second year together with some momentum. And also, he's going to have a nice run game, I believe, and a few different tight end targets to throw the ball to us. But that's going to open up some more opportunities for him to improve his game.
Yes, Steve, good point. I think the other thing is a really strong defense, too. We know how much that helps a quarterback. But I think there's the on-field element of Bo Nix, the ability to throw the ball, the accuracy, being on time, not taking sacks. I mean, we said it all, right? But there's also this kind of extra element to Bo's game, the fieriness. I mean, that screenshot of him staring at the Raiders defender, him chopping it up on the sideline with Sean Payton. Like, there's that fire, that competitiveness. Yeah. But there's also this ability that Mike McGlinchey talked about in a recent story. I think he was talking to the Denver Post, where he's in it day to day, and he's not thinking about the expectations. He's just controlling what he can control. That's what you need from a quarterback. It kind of reminds me of like the mentality that some of the greats had. And so when you look at Bo Nix, I think there's that little bit of, extra juice or whatever you want to call it to Bo that you can't quite quantify, but he's got that it factor.
The it factor. Yeah, that's what it is.
I think it's going to help this team.
When you look at just the other side of what other year two guys can contribute to Bo Nix, and as he goes through this entire offseason, taking those first team reps, I feel like that's also going to help.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of guys that we talk about Bo taking that year two jump, but it's for a lot of guys. And you think about Jonah Ellis, who had 5 sacks last year, Troy Franklin, who finally caught that long touchdown.
Oh, you've been waiting for that.
He was waiting for that. I talked to him. He was like, "Man, that showed me I belong."
Yeah.
Is it Audric Estime competing for a spot in that running back room? Is it Devon Vele? I think there's a bunch of guys that you're always more comfortable in year 2, right, Steve?
Yeah, oh, most definitely. And you've been in it for a while. You know the guys. So when you come back, everything is not brand new to you. You're not learning everything all over. The offense, you've been in the offense before. You know some of the plays. So it comes to you much easier that second year, I think. But you still got to put the work in.
Well, the Broncos are going to put in the work very soon. A reminder that the Broncos will host their first open practice on July 25th and will have a total of 13 open practices for training camp. As always, I'm your host and team reporter, Elisa Hernandez, here with lead writer on DenverBroncos.com, Aric DiLalla, and Hall of Famer Steve Atwater. Make sure you stay tuned on our YouTube channel for all things Broncos.